What a lot of truthers don't know, and it's actually old information, and I've actually mentioned this about a year ago, was that there there's enough crime already in public, already provided for the American people to basically prove, or for the truther community to prove to the American people, hardcore treason being committed by the criminal government. There's so much evidence. There's mountains and mountains and mountains of evidence. For us to just keep making videos and just keep trying to grow slowly, thinking that people are going to actually look for your videos when they're just looking, if they're looking for example for a car video, they're not going to most likely find you. Plus, criminals are going to make sure they don't. Remember, YouTube is owned by the criminals, so is Facebook. So there's enough information already to prove hardcore treason. And the Constitution, which hasn't been dissolved, they've been trying to, but we have the right, we the people, once treason has been committed by the top of the government, to have trials and to subpoena the criminals and to indict the criminals and to put everything back in our own hands once it reaches the point it reached a long time ago. See, this happened a long time ago, but the information wasn't available until the internet, because then whistleblowers were able to tell us what was happening, and you were able to find the classified documents by the CIA and the military and NASA. But there's definitely enough information. There's nothing really to say anymore except for the truthers to get smart, gather up the information in an intelligent way where it's easy to present. You don't have to tell them everything. Just tell them a few of the crimes and gather it up and research how the trials, how you start it up and how you proceed and begin the trials ASAP. And the military, actually by law, they swear an oath to protect the American people in the Constitution. They are supposed to assist us in that. Now, a lot of them are criminals, but the majority of them are good, hardworking folks that have been hoodwinked. The criminals in the military, most of them are actually here in America. They sent the good guys overseas so they can kill them off and invade countries that can basically kill a bird with, what is that old saying? Kill two birds with one rock, one stone. Kill two birds with one stone by sending the military out, invading countries so they can get this one world order going. At the same time, they can kill off the good people, the good Americans, the military. And then they have the criminal military here with us so they can do the gang stalking program, which is the Patriot Act. Now it's under the Patriot Act. That's been going on for 60 years. Don't let them trick you. I mean, I've been gang stalked since I was 10 years old. And they just use the Patriot Act to try and mask it. And you see a lot of these little funny little skits they do. And so when you report it, the officer that takes your report is normally in on it too. And then they could use the excuse, well, come on, who's gonna move your furniture around? That just sounds silly. That's why we didn't investigate it. But it's happening everywhere. And for the CIA and FBI not to be concerned about it, it shows you that they're in on it, because they take everything serious for Homeland Security. But anyways, so that way they can grow the gang stalking program by keep saying, no, we've already proven it's just paranoid people, and then they could murder people and nobody would ever think about that because the stuff they're doing is silly. So you think they're just doing silly stuff when they're really doing hardcore crimes. The silly stuff is just a front to throw you off. So people that are being gang stalked, for the most part, after a while they become passive with their criminals that are violating them. and they start thinking, well, I'm not probably not in danger. They could have killed me a long time ago. But then the other people that are being gang stalked that aren't talking or are not even aware of it are being murdered. I wasn't even aware I was being gang stalked until I started putting everything together a couple years ago. Once I found out there was some weird rice material in my apartment moving around, as I was actually now a victim of an experiment because they realized I didn't notice the gang stalking thing, so they thought this guy ain't even seen it. He's dumb. Now we can experiment on him. So once I realized I was being experimented on, they tried to kill me several times to try and cover it up to silence me. And that's what they do. They try to silence you so they can move forward. Everything is about being secret and moving forward. Being secret and moving forward. And growing, slowly and subtle. So it ain't detected. So it can't be stopped, investigated, and so the criminals don't gotta pay for what crimes they've done. We're talking about treason, genocide, crimes against humanity, the worst crimes on the books. Now we're hearing about Pizzagate that they said was debunked, but was never debunked, where the government at the very top is getting caught in hardcore satanic child abuse and sacrifices for their occult. So there you go. I just wanted to run that by you, that there's already enough information. And if we don't, a lot of you guys out there that have money and have clout, if you don't move forward with what's right and quit trying to be a movie star, there's time for that later on, but the priority thing is, should come first, is if we don't reach the American people soon, it's going to be too late. Possibly too late. That's why they have all these fake truthers, so they can act like things are being fixed when they're not being fixed. If anything, everything has only increased.